Good morning, champions. I want you to take a moment, close your eyes if you have to, go back in time, back before the world told you what was realistic, before fear, doubt, and excuses crept in. Think about it for a moment. When we were children, the world was full of possibilities. We didn't question whether we could achieve great things. We didn't worry about what other people thought. We didn't have the language of limitation or fear. We just dreamed. Maybe you wanted to be a famous actor, a scientist who discovered new galaxies, or a business mogul who changed the world. Somewhere along the way, though, that dream started to slip away. Maybe it was a teacher who told you to be more realistic, or a friend who laughed at your big plans. Maybe it was a parent who, out of concern, suggested you aim for something more practical. The world teaches us to play it safe. The world encourages us to fit into a mold. It whispers that we should follow the crowd, stick to the plan, and never rock the boat. But here's the reality. That's not your truth. The world trains us to forget who we really are, to settle for comfort over ambition, to silence the powerful voice inside that knows we were meant for more. But I'm here to tell you this. You do not need permission to dream. And you certainly do not need permission to pursue those dreams with everything you've got. The world might have trained you to forget, but now it's time for you to remember. You're not here by accident. The dream that burns inside you is not random. It is yours for a reason. It is uniquely designed for you, and it has the power to reshape your future if you allow it to. But that starts with a decision. You have to choose to remember. You have to choose to reject the limitations the world has imposed on you and embrace the limitless potential inside of you. This is the moment where you say, no more. I will no longer allow fear or doubt to dictate my life. You are not a product of your circumstances. You are a product of your decisions. Today, I'm asking you to wake up. Remember what you once dreamed of and step into that truth. The world may have tried to bury your dream, but you have the power to resurrect it, to fuel it, and to bring it to life. It's your time. Have you ever stopped to think that the dream you carry inside you was given to you for a reason? It wasn't by chance. It wasn't an accident. That vision that wakes you up at night, that keeps you thinking long after the world has gone silent, that deep burning desire, that is your calling. And it is as unique to you as your fingerprint. No one else has the same dream, and no one else can fulfill it the way you can. You might have told yourself at some point that your dream is too big, that it's not practical, or that you're not the right person for it. I've heard it all before, and I can tell you those are lies. The world will try to convince you that your dream is too much, that it's unrealistic, or that you're too young or too old, too inexperienced, or too whatever to make it happen. But I want you to hear me clearly when I say this. Your dream was not an accident. It was placed inside of you for a reason, and you are capable of achieving it. You might not see the full picture yet, but that's okay. The universe doesn't reveal everything to you all at once. It only reveals what you need to know in the moment that you're ready to receive it. And today I'm telling you, you are ready. Every challenge you face, every setback, every moment of doubt is part of the journey, designed to shape you into the person you need to become in order to fulfill your dream. It's not easy, and it will demand everything from you. But the good news is that your dream will never leave you. It will always be there, calling you, reminding you of what you're meant for. And you owe it to yourself and to the world to follow it. So stop thinking that your dream is too far out of reach. Stop telling yourself it's not possible. It is possible, and it is yours for the taking. You just need to claim it, embrace it, and take the first step toward it. The world needs what you have to offer. Your dream is your gift to the world, and you must honor it. Chasing your dream is not for the faint of heart. It's not something you can dabble in on the side, expecting results without putting in the real work. To make your dreams a reality, you will face obstacles, you will encounter failure, and you will experience pain. I'm not here to sugarcoat it. But here's the truth. Pain is part of the price you must pay to achieve greatness. And the moment you understand that, the moment you accept it as part of the process, everything changes. Think about any success story you admire. Behind every victory is a trail of sacrifice, of struggle, of countless moments where the individual chose to push forward in spite of the difficulty. Every single person you look up to who has achieved something extraordinary paid that price. They didn't just wake up one day and find themselves at the top. They climbed, they stumbled, they got knocked down, but they got back up. They took the pain and kept going. But this is where most people quit. They encounter their first setback and they think it's too hard. Maybe this isn't meant for me. But I'm here to tell you, the pain is not a sign to stop. It's a sign that you are on the right path because you're being shaped into the person you need to be to handle the success that's coming your way. Without the pain, without the lessons learned from the struggles, you would not have the resilience to sustain your success when it comes. The good news is that the pain is temporary. The discomfort is fleeting, but the rewards, the satisfaction, the sense of fulfillment, the legacy you leave behind, those are permanent. Imagine yourself standing on the mountaintop of your dreams, looking back at the journey that got you there. The pain you experienced along the way will feel like a distant memory, but the success, the pride, the joy will remain. Here's the most important part. You can't avoid the pain. No amount of wishing, no amount of dreaming will get you there without the hard work, the setbacks, and the discomfort. But the key is this. You have to pay it gladly. You have to welcome the challenge, knowing that it's pushing you closer to the life you were meant to live. So when the struggle comes, don't shrink back, don't hesitate, step forward, embrace the discomfort because it's your ticket to greatness. How many times have you said, one day I'll start, or someday I'll make it happen? How many times have you promised yourself that you would pursue your dreams only to let life get in the way? Here's the thing. Someday doesn't exist. It's a fantasy and illusion we tell ourselves to delay taking action. But real progress, real change begins the moment you choose to act. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need to have all the resources. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment because guess what? The perfect moment will never come. The only moment that matters is now. Imagine if every successful person waited for the right time to begin their journey. Imagine if they put off their dreams because they didn't have all the answers. Would they have ever reached the success they did? Absolutely not. It doesn't matter if you're uncertain, if you feel unprepared, or if the path ahead looks unclear. The most important thing you can do right now is to take that first step. Make that phone call, write that first page, set that appointment. Whatever your dream is, the moment you take action is the moment everything starts to shift. The first step doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be taken. Momentum doesn't come from waiting. It comes from movement. And once you begin, you'll find that the next step becomes clearer. The path ahead begins to unfold, and the obstacles that once seemed insurmountable will become manageable. You don't need to know everything. Just start. Your dream is waiting for you, and the time to act is now. The truth is, achieving your dream isn't just about reaching a destination. It's about the person you become on the journey. Your dream requires something from you that's more than just effort. It requires transformation. You have to grow into the person who is capable of handling the dream you're chasing. This is the secret that many people overlook. They focus only on the external, on the goal itself, without realizing that the dream demands that you evolve, that you change. It demands that you let go of old habits, old fears, and outdated beliefs. The person you are today is not the person who will fulfill that dream. The journey toward your dream will push you. It will challenge your limits. It will force you to confront your weaknesses and your insecurities. And when it does, you have two choices. You can shrink back, or you can rise up and become the person who can make it happen. The great thing is that you don't need to have all the answers right now. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to commit to growing, to becoming better every day. The dream requires courage, discipline, and resilience. It requires you to be relentless, to refuse to accept anything less than your best. The dream is not just about the material success or the accolades. It's about who you become in the process. The strength, the confidence, the wisdom, the grit, those are the qualities that will carry you through. And when you've become the person who deserves the dream, when you've become the person who can handle that level of success, the dream will come to you. So grow, evolve, and step into the person who can bring that dream to life. The world is waiting for you. As we wrap up today, I want you to take one last moment and reflect on everything we've talked about. Your dream, that dream inside of you, it's real. It's not a fantasy. It's not something that only happens for other people. It's yours. But in order to bring it to life, you have to remember it. You have to fight for it. And most importantly, you have to become the person who can carry that dream forward. You have to be willing to pay the price, because greatness doesn't come without effort. The world might have tried to convince you to forget your dream, but I'm here today to tell you it's not too late. The time is now. The moment to take that first step is here. And once you begin, momentum will carry you forward, one step at a time. There is no perfect moment. There's only the decision to act, to grow, and to step into your purpose. The world is waiting for what only you can offer. And the only thing standing between you and your dream is the choice to begin. So I challenge you today, remember your dream, reclaim it, fight for it with everything you've got, become the person who deserves it, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. It's your time. Go out and make it happen.